Hey there, Pelone Nation. Welcome to Step 4 in our pulled pork series. If you remember, in Step 3, we took the pork shoulders off the smoker, put them into these pans, a little bit of braising liquid, that water and the apple cider vinegar, then we covered them, put them back into the smoker, but we just removed the smoke. We were then using it as an oven. We braised it for 4 to 5 hours at 225 to 250, which brought our total cook time to about 10 hours. So your general rule of thumb that you want to use is you're looking at about an hour a pound for your pork shoulders. Now I went a little long on that because I had 8 pork shoulders coming out to about 60 pounds in that box, so I gave it a little more time to make sure it did the job. But let's open up. Now that we've let this rest to room temperature, we should be able to get our fingers in there and see how we did. Ah, very nice. See, we got our nice color. We're nice and loose. You can see how they shrunk down to almost 2/3 their size. You got a lot of nice braising liquid in there, plus the rendered fat. Now that's going to come in handy in just a few minutes, so let me show you how we'll get started. The first thing you're going to want to do, start up at the bone and grab that fat lining. See, we're falling apart already. Grab that fat lining, it should just slide right off. Now don't just disregard it right away. A lot of times you'll have a little bit of meat snuck up in there. See, that's a good piece of meat right there that we want to use. So you're just going to shred that out, and as you're pulling it apart, you're removing fat, you're shredding the meat, put it right back into that braising liquid. This is where the word pulled pork comes from. You're pulling it apart. Alright, now we don't need this anymore, so that goes right to the trash. Now what you're going to do is literally just start applying a little pressure to the pork. It's going to give you the seams. It'll show you where it wants to let go. Go ahead and let it give up to you. You've got all this fat. You want to just pull it off. That fat goes right into the trash. And you get down to the meat. You're just going to shred it. Drop it right down into the braising liquid. This is where you hear. This is where the name pulled pork or shredded comes from. You can see how it's just releasing. You've rendered all the fat out of that. Alright, now I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do this whole thing because it'll take about a half hour. Plus, I have about another 100 pounds to do. But something very important you need to keep in mind. Once you've removed all the fat, the bones, all the gristle you can get your hands on, let the meat sit in this braising liquid. You're going to want to get in there and just fluff that pork through it and incorporate that braising liquid into it. Some of the leaner parts of this pork have dried out a little bit from the cooking process. That fat and that braising liquid is going to rehydrate that meat for you. Now what you'll end up with is some beautiful pulled pork that you're going to want to make sure you top off with some of your Señor Pelone's Larga Rada barbecue sauce. Now, go see us on Facebook. Go to the website. If you have any questions, get in touch with me. The Contact Us button comes straight to my email box. If you have any questions about anything, you let me know. Go win friends, influence people. Pulled pork's the way to go. Thanks.